ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind. Where previously, well, the previous episode was pretty much the Coggaroon and Red Mountain horror show. It was not very pleasant. We journeyed to the ancient lost city of Coggaroon. We fought the horrors of the 6th house of the tribe unmourned, and we successfully came back with the items requested by Sulmatul, thereby passing his test. On the way, we also journeyed into Red Mountain itself via Coggaroon, and we also picked up the what do you call it? The Cube of Uvirith as well from there it is, Tamriel Citadel on the slopes of Red Mountain. I'm a little surprised it actually has a map marker, but there you go. Before making our escape over the ghost fence, using the scrolls of Icarian flight, which I'd been saving up forever and ever and ever. But, yeah, we did that. Now, however, we actually need to seek out the Cavern of the Incarnate. Because we...
You flatter me with your attention, Outlander.
Oh, well, thank you. We haven't actually done what we came here to do, which is the third trial of the Incarnate. We haven't actually done that yet. Coggaroon was merely a test to see if Sulmatul would find us worthy. And he has, luckily. But, yeah, we still need to do that. Fathers has spent the remainder of yesterday and last night here at the camp. He slept in the Wise Woman's yurt, probably spent the rest of the day resting after his ordeal, recounting his tale to Sulmatul, and discussing things with Nabani Mesa. I bet she has a lot of questions about Fathers, about his past, what he's been up to, and that kind of thing, and he's obviously given her the watered-down version. He hasn't told her all the secrets, that's for damn sure. And it is now the following day from the last episode, so I've switched out Fathers' robe, and we're ready to begin our next quest, which is to find the Cavern of the Incarnate. And our instructions, essentially, we asked one of the tribesmen around here, and he knew of the place known as the Valley of the Wind. We recited the riddle to him, and it made some sense to him, and he reckoned he was talking about the needle, I think, in the Valley of the Wind. And to get to the Valley of the Wind, we have to go round this way, across the coast, till we get to the Daedric ruin of Zergonopal. And then we need to go south from there until we find a pair of valleys on the slopes of Red Mountain. And one of them is Dry Camp Valley, I think he called it, and the other one is the Valley of the Wind. And we want the Valley of the Wind. I think it's the easternmost one, he said. And that's where we'll find the Cavern of the Incarnate, where we must seek the moon and star, whatever that could mean. Of course, it's been mentioned to us a few times in the past that Nerevarine had a ring called Moon and Star. That seems to be relatively common knowledge, because it crops up a lot in a lot of people's dialogue topics. So I think Father suspects that is exactly what might be found there. The Ring of Legend. And in the meantime, we're travelling up the coast and murdering lots of wildlife. Stupid beetle. Stupid rat. You want some of this as well? As you can see, a lovely post-ash storm haze has settled in over the countryside. Feels a bit weird calling this countryside. Over the wastes. Wow, these clinkers have quite a bit of health, don't they, on max difficulty. That was the other thing we did last episode, is we cranked the difficulty up to maximum. Mostly because I wanted Coggaroon to be a bit of a challenge. And it was a bit challenging, actually, thanks to the difficulty bump. And I've kind of decided to leave the difficulty bump in place, because I've been enjoying it. In fact, I actually had to use shield spells occasionally, for one thing. Summon a few creatures, etc. So, yeah, I've been liking that. Oh, God, there's another one. Ah, missed. Now, yeah, there's a fortress here, Valenvarian it's called. I think we've just stumbled onto it. Might as well check the place out, I suppose, since we're passing through. As the sun beats down overhead and the weather seems to be clearing. We didn't ask because we're in Sheogorath, that's why the weather's changed. The game considers this cell to be part of Sheogorath and not the Ashlands. Oh, it's a Malacca Shrine full of angry orcs. Lovely. Where's fourth barrier? There it is. Been over and covered. Someone's burned at me, haven't they?
You will die.
I probably won't, actually. Bumbub Gromurgle. I do like that the NPCs are named and they're not just generic like Orc Bandit or something, but you do wonder how you're supposed to tell what their name is. They carry identification. Have a look in their wallet. Well, that 40 points of Sanctuary we've got on us is certainly making a difference, isn't it? We've got that as a result of Uvirith's Cube and the Belt of the Unarmed at the moment. Some of these lads with gigantic axes and hammers would have done quite a number on us otherwise, I suspect. That's the statue of Malachor.
You fight like a child.
Sorry, what was that about being a child? Fighting like a child? Ooh, nice sapphire candle, I'll take that. Oh, crumbs. Overburdened again. Yeah. We are carrying a lot of crap, it has to be said. I could drop the Daedric Dart Spear, I suppose. Waste 35. Yeah, alright, that's sort of. It's kind of cool. I was really just going to sell it to Laruvi for more dosh, though. I'm not exactly strapped for cash right now, so I think I can live without it. You! Have you come to worship Malak, Dark Elf? If not, the rest of the orcs won't be friendly to you. The Dark Elves call him Malakath, but his name don't matter. He makes us orcs strong, and he's the keeper of the bloody curse. Usually only orcs like us here give him the respect he deserves. We orcs have to earn our respect in the world, and Malak has earned ours. I came here from Orsidium, and I haven't been much in Morrowind. I'm making a pilgrimage to the Shrine of Malak here, and I ain't been here as long as the rest of my brother and sister orcs. Soon I'll be gone, and then I'll be leaving Morrowind. Maybe look up me brother Burzgrow Cash. He's the leader of the Fighters Guild in the city of Shadenhall in Cyrodiil. Really? I ain't heard anything here you'd find interesting, Fathisulvan. There's an old orc saying in Orsidium, 3 things give us hardy strength: sleeping on airy mattresses, breathing cold air, and eating dry food. Like a cat, eating dry food. Little secret. I've heard some people say, what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Troll crap. Killing what was trying to kill you is what makes you stronger. Yeah. I think Fathers can probably get on board with that sentiment. Strange fellow. Yadbagro Cash. I'm afraid I'm in the business of killing all of your orc brothers and sisters here. Mostly because they're attacking me on sight.
Your bones will be my dinner.
Oh boy. Oh, okay. Sanctuary 40 will only get you so far, apparently. Flippin' egg.
Your bones will be my dinner. You will die here.
There we go. Those two were no joke, were they? Emerald candle. I didn't expect a bunch of orcs to have such a lovely collection of coloured candles. Not on my bingo card for Stronghold full of orcs. That's for sure. Oh, look, all the special character rings have lined up in the inventory perfectly. Orcish Tower Shields. You can keep those. Those I have no use for. Are we done with these? Have I been in this one? Lambug's hut.
While you can.
You should rest and meditate on what you've learned again. Scroll on invisibility. Never know when that might actually become useful, considering my hide spell only works for 20 seconds.
While you can.
Lurog Grokagdum. Grat Grasharolg.
Nice to meet you all. You got more funky candles for me? Thank you very much. Do like me some funky candles. Me as a player, and also Fathers, I think, has a weakness for funky candles. Exclusive fortify attack, actually, that's very nice. Decorate the tower with all these, I'm getting quite a few. Ooh, Master's Armourer Hammer. Let's bloomin' use that, shall we? Because our gear is getting a bit battered. What desperately needs repairing right now? You do. There we go. Rest and meditate again. Once we've killed all the orcs out here in the huts, I will rest and meditate. Propylon chamber.
What was that about?
Hello. Abel Tradite. Why are you disturbing my work? I'm Abel Tradite, Master Alchemist. If I've learned nothing else in my long life, I've learned that change is inevitable, and its nature is generally unlike what it is assumed to be. Excuse me, what? I'm an alchemist. What else? I learned my craft in the wild and still try to do as much as I can by hand with simple skill. I also think that an alchemist should not care for power, but only for truth, and in knowledge for its own sake. So please, if you must keep me from my work, do so with intelligent questions in future. Alchemy. Use alchemy to order truth, I always say. Alchemy is the primal force of curiosity, taking apart and putting together analysis and synthesis. Alchemy functions on two levels, mundane and spiritual. On a mundane level, good alchemists seek to find a physical process to convert base ingredients into higher ones, like potions. On a spiritual level, great alchemists work to purify ourselves by eliminating the base material of the self and achieving the gold of enlightenment. Daedra worship. Bleeding Kinnereth, I'm not a Malakath cultist like the orcs here, but I don't care who or what they worship as long as they don't sacrifice people to it, and they keep their bargain and protect me. The orcs here are obsessed with strength and weakness, though, so you may get attacked by some of them as a test of your strength. Nothing I can do about it. Sorry. Well, they're all dead now, except for that Yardgum, the guy whose name begins with a Y. They all decided to test my strength, and, yes, I succeeded, I suppose. So, actually, Tradite here is, she is the secret master for alchemy in Morrowind. She has 100 alchemy skill, and she can train you to maximum, 100 alchemy. But ordinarily, yeah, well, yeah. ordinarily or otherwise, she's in this Dunmer stronghold surrounded by a bunch of angry orcs. That's the only way you can get to her is to go here through the orcs. And normally she has nothing else to say. It's kind of interesting. Like, you talk to her and it's just like, whatever. There's a Breton here who can train you in alchemy and can barter. But I think all of this is added by the less generic NPCs project, if I recall. The orcs here are known as Malachorks to many in Vardenfell. They have a dangerous reputation and it is well deserved. They're not a danger to me, though. They believe I am 500 years old. I confirm them in this foolish idea because I see that it gives them much pleasure, not that I am infinitely older than I appear. I long ago mastered the creation of the Elixir of Life. It perfects a substance. When imbibed by a mortal, the elixir cures diseases, fully heals a person, and restores their youth. Very few alchemists have ever mastered creating the Elixir of Life. I have, of course, but I don't desire immortality. I just wish to spend as much time as possible practicing alchemy. Could you make some Elixir of Life for me? Certainly not. You haven't been a likable person so far, and I will not use the last of my supply of meteor slime for you. It's one of the rarest ingredients of all. It only occurs in plants that have grown in land that has meteor dust in it. The plants refine the meteor dust and extrude it as meteor slime. Its known effects are not that spectacular, so there are many more expensive ingredients, but in the hands of a master alchemist like myself, it is one of the ingredients of the Elixir of Life. And where would I find such a plant? In Vardenfell? I don't know. Because of the ash, there are not as many meteors here as in other lands. You can ask a trader or an alchemist, but I don't hold much hope for that. Now, if we were in elsewhere, for some reason that area has more than its share of meteor strikes. If someone brought a plant here from elsewhere, but in truth the odds of that are about the same as finding someone who actually has some meteor slime for sale. What if you actually liked me then? I'm actually the Archmagister of Alstalvani. I'm pleased to make her acquaintance. She doesn't seem overly impressed with us right now. Oh, we're getting somewhere now. Here we go. No one's told me that in so long. I know you would like some, who wouldn't? But none for you until you replenish my stock of meteor slime. Trust is so rare these days, I know. Alright, so we can get an elixir of life off this lady if we find her some meteor slime. Goodness knows where we'd do that.
How fare thee, friend?
I have to talk to every Khajiit I meet now from now on. Okay, so we've got some meteor slime. Anything for barter? If you've got some nice potions, I will take them. Restore fatigue, restore health exclusive. Now, Elixir of Life is not something that Fathis typically needs, being immune to disease and whatnot. However, she did mention it restores your youthful appearance. Which, he might like, actually. He may be immortal, but he's been cursed to become immortal in the form of an old man. With a bad back and all the rest that comes with it, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll take those. I don't know. Is there anything you can return? I'll give you all these, I suppose. She's got 3k gold, actually. That's quite a lot. This is whittling down the cost quite nicely, at least. Would you like these corpus weepings that I don't really need anymore? Enjoy. Try not to get corpus off them. You're going to need more than an elixir of life to get rid of that once you've got it. I think that's it. Is there anything else I can give her? The awesome Sanctuary Potion. I actually made that, didn't I? That's why the numbers on the effect are so random. Because that's one that I made. So I'm not a bad alchemist myself. We just really haven't done very much with it in this Let's Play. Because we haven't needed to. That's the basic fact of it, really. I wonder if you're as good as Ranos. Because he's also a very talented alchemist, as we've seen. He made that poison for us and made some of these crazy potions. I'd like to see a potion off between the two of you. That'd be good. I'd ask him about Meteor Slime, actually, but I don't think it would work, because they're two NPCs from two different mods, so... Can I get squeeze 300 out of you for it? Yes, I can. There we go. Grandmaster's Mortar and Pestle. Pfft! I have a secret Master's Mortar and Pestle, I'll have you know. At least I think I do. Rather around Propylon. I know it's probably Propylon, but in my head I've always pronounced it Propylon for some reason. We do not have the index. Yep. We do not. And that's actually it. There's no other, like, lower level of this particular place, if I recall. That's the full extent of Valenvarian. It's one of the slightly more odd Dunmer strongholds. There might have been an entrance, actually, but possibly covered by ash or something. I don't know. Hello. You're a little health pinata, aren't you? You're going to heal me. Thank you very much. Oh, continuing on. What's that? It's a gargoyle, isn't it? I'm going to leave you alone, Mr. Gargoyle. If possible. Yeah, that's another Daedric Gauntlets. I actually have no interest in it, quite frankly, at the moment. We might pop into Zagonapal once I find it. Which is still a way off, actually. I was just about to check. Like, is this Zagonapal? Have we already got here? No. Not even close. Ow. Was that you or something else? Okay, no, it's just you. You have a very subtle attack animation, apparently. Off we go. Hello. Applied to Dallas. I was saying this, I think, on one of my recent Fallout 3 streams, but one of my favourite features of the world map in Morrowind is the way that it has a fog of war that you uncover as you explore, because it gives you this record of where you've been. And that's something I really like about it. I know it's not a very pretty world map, is it? It's not very pretty at all, but a high-resolution modern version of this, of the same concept, you know, would look really, really nice. I hope Bethesda maybe one day bring this back as a concept, you know, a map that, you know, you can visibly see where you've been with it, rather than just by map markers popping up everywhere, but actually, you know, see on a cell-by-cell basis where you've been and how much of the world there is left to explore. Because I think that's part of one of the things that's always tricked me into thinking Morrowind's map is so big. Because over the years, I've never done a playthrough where I managed to map out all of it. I've always had more unexplored tiles than explored ones, which helps make the world feel much bigger. I think with the later games, it's almost the opposite effect. I trick myself into thinking I've actually explored more of the map than I really have. And I kind of almost know this for a fact, really, because I was playing Skyrim on my Switch just the other day, and I discovered a whole big chunk of map that I'd never been to before. It was a big hilltop with a plateau on it, and there was a little standing stone circle. Nothing special about it, just a circle of standing stones with a superb view. And I'd never been there before, and I've played Skyrim for bloody years. And I realised it's because it was in a bit of the map that I actually thought I'd previously explored, but it turned out I hadn't. I just sort of assumed I had because I'd been in that vague area. I had map markers uncovered. I assumed that therefore I'd covered all of it. But it turns out I hadn't. And the Dwemer outpost. Maybe we'll pop in. Nothing's really going to compare to Kemmel Xeno now. I think we've been a bit spoiled. I think we'll have a poke inside anyway. It probably won't take long, that's the saving grace. Oh, it's a cave over there and all. Probably one of my least explored areas of the game, actually, all of this up here. You don't often have a reason to come up here. And I've never been much of a random dungeon diver either, if I'm honest with you. That's become more of a thing with Fathis than I think any of my other characters that I've ever done. On the channel or off the channel. Bethuand. Yes, this is one of the places that the guy mentioned in his directions, actually. He did mention Bethuand. I could use one of these fancy candles, but I don't want to. So I might burn it out and then I won't have a fancy candle anymore. Hello, Dwemer creature. Have you been murdering scribs? What's been going on here? A bit of a scrib genocide taking place in here. What's that about? Should really quick save more often, especially now I'm playing on max difficulty. Out of the way, scribs. Oh dear. I'm about to contribute to the scrib genocide. This is rapidly getting out of hand. What is this thing? A shock centurion. Now what? Absorb your health. There we go. Flippin' heck. Another coherer. Why not? Because it's heavy and isn't worth very much, Dave. Well, I guess that's technically why not. Shush, key to Bethuand. I'll have that. Been a bit of a collapse here. Ugh, can I get through here? There's probably nothing to see, but I'm curious. It's that time again, isn't it? Yeah, I'm just slightly too tall to get in there. That's probably a dead end anyway. Goodness me, this place has definitely seen better days. What the... Ugh. That's better, back on terra firma. So the other reason I sometimes prefer jump spells to levitate, because levitate comes with a whole host of other collision mesh related problems. Right. Sorry, I just had to adjust the microphone there. I apologise if that made any weird noise. Trapped, huh? I don't know why these things have werewolf sound effects. It's just like the Golden Saints. Something is definitely broken. Probably the creature was causing it, I imagine. It's rather satisfying the way a head pops off like that. An ornate Dwemer chest. It doesn't look very ornate, so I'll take its word for it. Another coherer. Okay, maybe we don't need any more coherers after this point. But, you know, I feel like Fathers would definitely stock up on the things now that he's discovered they have a genuine use. There's another one. My coherer collection shall rival anyone else's on Tamriel. Okay, we're done here. That's a bit dodgy, isn't it? Let's pretend we didn't see that. My immersion! Okay, well, that's another funky Dwemer outpost uncovered. Almost didn't go into it, did I? But I'm glad I did, because we got to see the weird Scrib massacre. And uncover some more coherers, and that's a winged twilight or something. Oh, be gone, creature. Right, is this Sir Gonopal? It bloody is. Yep, that was a winged twilight. Emphasis on was. Okay, we found it. Zorgonopal. However, this isn't technically what we're looking for. It's just a landmark on the way. But we need to go south from here, officially, is what we need to do. Ooh, there's an Ogrim over there. I do feel inclined to search it, though, because I never know one of these. When are you going to find what do you call it? Book of Daedric Summoning. That's the one, in one of these places. Especially if it's a Sheer Gorath shrine, I think. That's where you find them. So they're artifacts of Sheer Gorath. A Flame Monarch. Okay, that's why he was so difficult to kill. And a Blazing Scamp. And a regular Scamp. And hello there. I bet you hit like a truck with max difficulty, don't you? Let's find out. Ogrim Titan. If you can hit me, of course. Oh, he can hit me. I'm just going to delete half of your health there, Mr. Ulvent. Luckily, he's too fat to fit through the doorway. The random sheep sound effect. I could probably get rid of that with some sort of fancy sound mod, and yet I would never choose to do so because it amuses me. Uh-oh.
You will
Yeah, I thought you might be the angry sort of orc. You have quite a bit of health, don't you? We might be here for a while. Let me guess, it's because of your armor. Yeah. Much faster to kill if I use a spell. Why do Vermi look so freaking creepy? Let's not let you get it within punching range, shall we? That would be bad. You're not an Ogrim Titan, admittedly. You're just a regular Ogrim, but still. That's Ogrim enough for me to want to stay away. Ugh, finally happened. There we go. Alright, what do we want to drop? Because I'm not going to repeatedly cast feather enchantments again and again until we get out of here. That's going to take way too long. It'll be far too annoying. Goodbye, Ebony Shortsword. Nice knowing you. I kind of want to keep the Daedric Gauntlets as long as I can, because you don't find a pair of Daedric Gauntlets very often, even if they're useless to me. Are you hostile? You are. I see. You nearly had me there, sir. When you were... One moment.
You are a fool to fight me.
When you decided to cast Burden and then move away, you could have had me then with a few more spells, but no. Ulam grow shugum. Poison, we'll have that. Well, I'm going to guess this is a Malacca Shrine, and therefore probably not one we're really interested in, so let's just move on, shall we? Take an educated guess and all that. Alright, let's go south from here. No deviating, just straight bloomin' south. No deviating, as he says, as he comes in, he encounters a barrier. Luckily, this is the Elder Scrolls 3, and therefore such a thing need not actually be a barrier. Aerial combat. But it's not very often that the prey comes up towards you, is it? Probably an egg mine or something down there. If this is Dry Camp Valley right here. This is going to be a problem, isn't it? Maybe we will rest and meditate at this camp once we've dealt with these people, actually. Oh, you want some as well, do you? Watching me cut your friends to ribbons wasn't enough to make you run away, huh? There's actually not a bedroll here, but we can just, you know, hit the rest button and say that, as usual, the Fathist gets out his bedroll and has a sit down and a nap. Or not, apparently. Alright, what's the problem? Is there a cliff racer? What's the issue? Is it you? They're not that close. Yeah, apparently it was that cliff racer. Alright, rest for an hour. Level 44. That's 2 level ups in fairly close succession, you know. Bit weird, really. More agility. Agility 95. Speed. Strength. Especially since we're having carry capacity issues. Let's get some blooming strength, shall we? What's the time? 4 PM. Plenty time yet. Onwards. Perhaps this was Dry Camp Valley. I see 2 valleys here, you see, on the map. You see that? So I'm thinking maybe this is Dry Camp Valley. And the next door one... Oh, now they said there was a particular cave in Dry Camp Valley. If this is the right one, we know where we are. Dun-Eye Caverns. Yes, okay, this is Dry Camp Valley. So next door, Valley of the Wind. We go down here and then we take a right, and we just need to look out for Iron's Teeth, which is the weird rock formation at the start of the valley, apparently. Good grief, where are you? Stupid creature. Let's just take you out of the equation right now, shall we? Begone, creature. Suck the life right out of you. Just with a wave of my hand. I wonder how... Now that my mysticism is like... whatever it is. 81. And I have the Robe of Sorrows, which lets me cast some pretty chonky spells. I wonder, like... What is the most outrageous and destructive absorb health spell I could make these days and still be able to cast it? You know, like one that's on target with a big area of effect and does monstrous damage. The kind of thing you could wipe out half a town with. Worth thinking about. Use that fancy book in our secret lab to make something like that, perhaps. Is this the place, then? Are we in the right valley now? I mean, I've just bumped into an ancestral tomb, which I have to admit I wasn't expecting. I think this is Iron's Teeth. These pokey uppy bits here. I think this is Iron's Teeth. It's not conclusive, though, is it, exactly? The Haishibi Abandoned Mine. Tell you what, door is blocked by fallen rocks on the other side. Well, interesting. Okay. Well then. Derelict Ancestral Tomb. Well, I think we're going to go in. Mostly because Fathis doesn't really know what form to expect the Cavern of the Incarnate to take. And if we're in the correct valley and he sees like a doorway in the hillside, I think he's going to check it. Just to be on the safe side. I'm looking for my torch. There it is. Right. Sure, let's use... What the... Oh, I rebound that to 1, did I? So I was about to say, let's use Mehrunes Razor. Ow. Uh-oh, Greater Bone Walker. Get rid of him first. No time for you and your strength damaging abilities, thank you very much. Alright, fine, I'll just use this.
You'll be nothing more than a bad memory.
Right back at you, Necromancer. Ellen Faeryn Scroll. Where'd you get one of them? Oh, I always forget you can open the sarcophaguses with the mods I have. Oh no! The final boss of the dungeon! I have expected her to be a vampire, actually. Instead of a regular old boring necromancer. Ancestors on the Dunmap. One for the collection. Every ancestral tomb now is going to pale in comparison to Necrom's catacombs. It's just the unfortunate way of things. Still, pretty impressive one as ancestral tombs in the wilderness go. Must have been a wealthy family. probably won't appreciate me killing their Bone Walker, but they probably will appreciate the fact that I got rid of the Necromancer that was wandering about in there. I'll take the book as payment. Yep, that's a bit more. Just one more little bit of moral gymnastics, courtesy of Father Sylvan. It's what he does. Because at the end of the day, bad people don't see themselves as bad people. I think Fathers perhaps takes a little bit of pride in his ruthlessness, but he definitely thinks he's doing everything for the right reasons. It's for the greater good. The greater good. This is looking a bit more like what we might have been expecting. Large stone door to the Cavern of the Incarnate. What's the time? 5 PM. Don't know if it'll open now, actually.
The door is locked and will not open. The star is the key.
Oh, look at that. You should finish your quest related to Julan before entering here. Talk to Shani as much as you can and follow the hints in your journal. Yeah, no.
The door is locked and will not open. The star is the key.
Star is the key, yes. We must wait until the hours of dawn and dusk. Which isn't far away right now, really. The sun is drooping in the sky. So I think Fathers will take a seat on this little outcropping of rock down here, and he'll wait for 2 hours. This feels very duskish to me. It's very cloudy. I hope that's not an issue.
The door is locked and will not open. The star.
All right. We have stars.
The door is locked.
Oh.
Not open. The star is the key. The door is locked.
Oh, okay. What's going on? Is it the Julan mod that's ruining this right now? Is that the problem?
The door is locked.
I bet you anything, it's the bloody Julan mod that's not letting me letting me go in. I don't know. Let me just recheck the journal here. Appears in the sky only in the magical hour between day and night, dawn and twilight. Yeah. Star is the key. Then the door may be seen only at dawn and dusk when Azura's star is in the sky. Yeah, so... Good God damn it. Right, fine. One moment, folks. Okay, folks, I have removed the Julan mod completely from my install. I didn't want to have to do that, because removing mods mid-playthrough is usually a bad idea, but done it now. I did all the usual Rymash housekeeping while I was at it as well, to be on the safe side, you know, cleaning, repairing, removing bloat, etc., blah, 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 blah. I actually managed to reduce a couple of megabytes off the save file size when I did it, because it's been a while. So anyway.
The door is locked.
Yeah, I thought that might happen, because it's a little bit late now. It's 9 PM. Alright, well, we'll set up camp then, and wait until the dawn. I guess Fathers arrived we'll just say that Fathers arrived at slightly the wrong time. And the door now will not open, so we must wait until sunrise. Which would be when exactly, now I think about it. Let's see, 12 hours takes to 9, 8, 7, 6. Let's go to 6 o'clock. Just try and be on the safe side. Oh goody. Please open.
In the dawn hour under Azura's star, the door is opened.
Oh, thank goodness. Moon and Star. It's worth 28,000 gold. That little, huh? Constant effect, fortify personality, and speechcraft 15 points on self. It isn't the best enchantment ever, but it's about more than just the enchantment.
Nerevarine Reborn, Incarnate. Your first 3 trials are finished. Now, 2 new trials lie before you. Seek the Ashlander, Ashcans, and the Great House Councillors. 4 tribes must name you Nerevarine. 3 houses must name you Hortator. My servant, Nabani Mesa, shall be your guide. And when you are Hortator and Nerevarine, when you have stood before the false gods and freed the heart from its prison, heal my people and restore Morrowind. Do this for me, and with my blessing.
Journal has been updated. Yeah, a cutscene was supposed to play there. I don't know why it didn't. I saw Azura in the Cavern of the Incarnate. I received the Moon and Star, an enchanted ring. I am the Nerevarine. I have passed the first 3 trials. Now I must show Moon and Star to the Ashkans of the tribes and the councillors of the houses. Each tribe must call me Nerevarine. Each house must call me Hortator. These are the next 2 trials. Nibani Mesa shall be my guide. I must return to her and seek counsel. Right. Well, what I may have done is edit in the cutscene, which was apparently missing. That's extremely annoying at my end, but hopefully you guys have actually seen the cutscene I was supposed to see. So if you're a bit confused right now, yeah, I didn't get a cutscene in my game. I just picked up the ring. These ghosts appeared, and that was it. There was no cutscene for me for some reason. I don't know why, but there it is. Hopefully I edited it in for you guys. Okay, so we've received the vision from Azura. 4 tribes must name me Nerevarine. 4 tribes must name me 4 houses must name me Hortator. Peak Star. Welcome, Incarnate, Moon and Star Reborn, Hortator, Nerevarine, Mourner of the tribe unmourned, Redeemer of the false gods. I am Peak Star. I was not the one, but I wait in hope. Ask, and I shall answer, if wisdom guides me. I am a failed Incarnate. So are all those who remain here with me in the Cavern of the Incarnate. I survived the Blight, but I fell in battle with an ash vampire. I could not master the arts of war, nor could I learn the ways of the great houses. They would not have accepted me as Hortator. Take these few poor things. They are of no use to me. Peakstar's belt and travel-stained pants. I will answer when I can, and with what I know, but the visions of Azura are often obscure for 2 reasons. 1, because the future cannot be known, and choices may always be made. 2, because truth is not clear or simple. Azura's riddles warn us to think long and hard. They force us to search carefully for truth and meaning, and not to rely on impulse and force. You bear the Moon and Star, the Ring of Nerevar. None may deny you are Nerevar Reborn, the prophesied Incarnate. The Temple will know you as an enemy. Ordinators will mark you for death, and the tribunal faithful of the great houses will hate and fear you. The doubters of the tribes will test your strength and doubt your honor. You will be known. You must prepare and be ready. Oh boy. We're about to become famous, people. You must go before the councillors of the great houses and satisfy them, for only the councils of the great houses can name you Hortator. I do not know the settled people of the great houses and can offer you no counsel. So Peakstar, I believe, is the most recent failed Incarnate. I think she occasionally gets mentioned in dialogue with a few NPCs in the game, because she went missing and nobody knows what happened to her. Turns out she died. Killed by an ash vampire, perhaps even the very one in Kogaroon that we met. You must go before the Ashkhans of the Wastes peoples and satisfy them, for only the Ashkhans of the 4 tribes can name you Nerevarine. See, there's 5 tribes these days. Kind of helped found a new one, but anyway. Speak first with Sulmatul of the Ashalaku, and with wise woman Nibani Mesa. For all of the Ashlanders, they are the wisest in the lore of the Incarnate, and you have already shown Sulmatul proof of your worth. Tribe and mourned. Pity Dagothir in the 6th house. All they are, is foul and evil, but they began in brightness and honour, and the cause of their fall was their loyal service to you, Lord Nerevar. You told Lord Dagoth to guard the profane tools beneath Red Mountain, and thus he was tempted. He did your bidding when he tried to keep those tools from the tribunal, and so he hates you, you who betrayed him, and the tribunal, who mocked his honour, attacked him and stole the profane tools for their own use. Kagranak, high priest of the Dwemer, forged enchanted artifacts to steal the power of the gods. Nerevar fought the Dwemer to prevent this blasphemy, but Dagothir took these tools to make himself a god, and the tribunal took these tools to make themselves gods. Though the tribunal sought to do good with their power, they are tainted by the same corrupt desires that moved Dagothir. False gods. The tribunal and Dagothir have the unnatural abilities and lifespans of gods, but they gain these things by actions that mock the gods and misuse divine power. They are ambitious and unwise, and the consequences of these ungodly acts threaten all that lives in Morrowind. Okay. Let's just have a little look out of curiosity. The travel stain pans let you levitate. In case you hadn't already managed to find that way of doing that by this point in the main quest. Peakstar's belt, which fortifies willpower. Anteria. Welcome, Incarnate. I am Anteria. I was not the one. But wait and hope. Ask, and I shall tell you my story. I was a holy crusader of the temple in the golden era of the tribunate. I contributed substantially to the writings that were later suppressed by the temple, and now would be called apocrypha. I followed the tribunal unquestioningly, to my regret. I never believed in the Nerevarine prophecies until it was too late. Take my humble possessions with my blessing. Summoned 12 of the 36 lessons, and Anteria's mace. Blunt weapon, one-handed. Not a bad mace, actually. Are there others to speak to? Hort Led. Welcome, Incarnate. I am Hort Led. I was not the one, but I wait and hope. Ask and I shall tell you my story. I died 400 years ago, in the last days of turmoil and unrest after the Empire came to Morrowind. I was a thinker and not a doer, and though I was marked by the stars, I was not a hero. Take these things of mine. My bones won't complain. Hort Led's robe has been added to your inventory, and Sithis has been added to your inventory. What is Sithis? Assuming, I don't know, a ring maybe or something? I don't know. There's moon and star. Perhaps we should wear it. Could wear it instead of, I want to keep Aislib's ring, because Aislib's ring is freaking great. But, yeah, we can wear it instead of Denstagma's ring, can't we? Where's it gone? There it is, moon and star. Apparently my willpower's been damaged. But our personality's up to 65 now. Nice. Nice. Wow, Speechcraft. 62. Ah, nice. Hort Led's robe. There it is. Turn undead 5 to 50 points for 30 seconds on target. Shield. What does it look like? Whoa. That's a funky robe. That's a funky Ashlander robe. And it has made my hair translucent. I'm not sure I like that. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, it wasn't that. Something else has made me hair translucent. What's going on? It's not Moon and Star, is it? Okay, I think we just have a weird glitch. Where's Moon and Star gone? There's Aslip's ring. Let's put that on. I got the Mentor's ring. Yeah, Moon and Star. Let's see if a quick save and a load will fix that. That's a bit weird. I think I've had this bug before, actually, now I think about it. I don't even think this is the first time. Occasionally happens when you go through a door, like a loading door. Apologies for this intermission, everybody. Apologies. Quite the dude on this loading screen, he looks a bit like Fathers. It's kind of cool. Oh, for pity's sake. Hold on, everyone. Alright, folks. I wasn't able to fix it. I've discovered, though, if we go back outside, Fathers' hair returns to normal, so I think it's just a weird bug related to the Cavern of the Incarnate. So, never mind. Moving on. Do I want to wear Hortleb's robe? I guess I'll wear it for now. I can't really get a good look at it right now because it's so dark in here. Excuse me. Khanun Shodala. Welcome, Incarnate. I am Khanun Shodala. I was not the one, but I wait in hope. Ask, and I shall tell you my story. I was an Ashkan. I led my people against the Akaviri while the Cyrodiil dogs fled before them like Kaguti. I quested deep into the strongholds in Red Mountain, cleansing the unclean things in their own blood. I did not heed the counsel of the women, and to my shame, I craved glory, but never saw my real enemies. My axe and boots are yours, with my blessing. Khanun Shodala's axe and boots have been added to my inventory. Ooh, nice. It's a glass axe. His boots. Armor rating is 79. Good grief, they're actually very good. Not like Boots of the Apostle good, but they're still bloody good. I don't remember them being that good. You're over encumbered. Thanks for that, Khanun. What is Sithis? I still haven't found out what Sithis is. My assumption was it's some sort of weapon. But I don't see a weapon called Sithis in here anywhere. Or was it a book? But it was a book, wasn't it? Oh, that reminds me. We need to take that, among other things, back to see Agron Bagan, I think. I want to ask him a few questions. Oh, I can't find it anywhere. Bloody Sithis. You said Sithis has been added to your inventory. I'm a little bit worried by the notion that Sithis doesn't actually appear to be a thing in my inventory. That raises many questions, you know. Yeah, I don't know. And just to ruin the mood even further, my cat has just farted on the desk next to me. Ugh, thanks for that, Colin, you beast. Ugh, God, that's a bad one, actually. Oh, today's filming session is not going very well. I don't know what Sithis is, but apparently it's in my inventory somewhere. I'm still over encumbered. Ugh. I do not know how to fix this. I'd like to restore me bleeding willpower, actually. That'd be nice. We got a spell that can help with that. Got restore strength, but nothing else. Nothing a Shrine to the Tribunal wouldn't fix, or a Imperial one for that matter. Still a little bit annoying, though. Why is Eric the Unworthy's key so freaking heavy? That's just odd. I don't want to leave any of these items behind. It would be very disrespectful. Equally, I don't want to drop my Daedric Gauntlets. I also don't want to drop the Shadow Shield. The Gondolier's Helm isn't going to be nearly enough, though. Oh, this is quite irritating, you know. Must be some sort of magical doodad that can help me here. Feather? Great feather. 30 seconds. It'll have to do. Idreni Nerothan. Welcome, Incarnate. I am Idreni Nerothan. I was not the one, but I wait and hope. Ask and I shall tell you my story. I lived in the late years of the Tribunate, and behind the scenes I helped us demoralize, then repel the Akaviri invaders. I knew nothing of the Nerevarine or Dagother until I took refuge with the Ashlanders. I died a fool, trying to loot ruined Coggaroon. Here, take these. Maybe there's something in the world left worth stealing. A master's lockpick and probe. They're just rumours. There's not much going on right now. Things are slow here in the cave. Alright. While I am still extremely miffed about not getting the cool cutscene, I shall continue. As soon as I can find the door, there we go. Alright. Sorry, another small break there. Because I decided I wanted to go and watch the cutscene on YouTube just so I was caught up with the rest of you. I have now done so. Yes. Once you have slain the false gods and freed the heart from its prison, go forth and do stuff. Basically. Yeah, good cutscene that one, actually. Yeah, I'm not sold on this robe, I gotta say. I'm really not. That's better. Right. We've done it. Really should have set a mark at the Ursulaku camp, shouldn't I? In retrospect. Bother. Well, we need to get back to the tower anyway, so that we can dump the stuff that's weighing us down. So I think I know it's going to pass time doing this, but let's just get out of here. I shall return to Nibani Mesa forthwith. Probably by going to Cool and then, just hopping around down the coast, down back to the Ursulaku camp. But, in fact, I might just use the console to get back there. Because I tell you what, I might have forgotten to set a mark at the Ursulaku camp. But I tell you what, Fathis would not have forgotten. So I may just, I may just use the console, folks. Gotta dump all this stuff first, though. Right. Dump, he says, unceremoniously. Let's just cast this again in a second. Levitate. Find somewhere to put this stuff. I guess the table here will do. I'm not using it for anything else after all. Put some of our artifacts of Coggaroon and the Cavern of the Incarnate here. Where's the frothy cup of death? It's one of my favourite things we've picked up. That, yeah, look at that thing. Medium plans, yeah, well, they'll go with the Dwemer stuff. Maybe we'll put some of these nice candles down here. There we go. What else? The travel stained pants. An Ateria's mace. Oh, look, it's got its own little unique texture and everything. That's nice. Don't think it had that in the original game. The Cleaver of St. Felms. The temple can have it back if they like, but they'll cost them. Where is Hortled's robe? Bell of Heartfire can go with that. Heartfire, rather, not Heartfire. Vitals. $100 boots, there we go. $100 axe. I know it's not a very well laid out collection of items. I apologise for the lack of aesthetics. I don't mean to really muck around too much here. I think that's everything. Need to put that Daedric summoning book down somewhere though. Which will involve accidentally summoning a creature, I think. No, actually it might not. If I just put it down from the inventory like this. What else was there? Malapu Ataman's belt. It's not one of the ones we got from the Cavern, but we also don't need it. I think it was, yeah, Sulma Tool gave us that. Oh god, the text is glitched out. Don't do that, please. Right. Sorry, I mumble a bit into the microphone, don't I, when I'm talking like this? It's a bad habit I should get out of, because it really makes balancing the audio after the fact and the editing quite difficult sometimes. Because the game can get quite loud and I'm just sitting here murmuring under my breath. It's quite irritating later on, I must say. I should get out of the habit. Okay, I think that's everything. Yeah, that's a lot. Alright, good. I'll never tell you, already ran out. Okay. Books now. Books and Dwemer stuff. Do you know what? Oh no, Egg of Time is what I wanted to take. I don't know why I just grabbed. Sethandas of Dwemer lore. I want to take the Egg of Time to Yagram, if possible. Oh look, there's some spoiled Dwemer oil I could have used in Camel Z. Let's put this Daedric summoning book on the floor. What do we have? We had 1 and we had 2. Yeah, this is book 3. This is book 3. There we go. Cagranac's plan book. Contents of this handwritten journal are in an unfamiliar script and an unknown language. There are many complex diagrams heavily annotated with numbers and strange symbols. The title page, however, is clearly marked in Old Aldmeris. Cagranac's plan book. There's other stuff here. The Numidian plans. I I don't think we can take those to Yagram, because they're not like a book. But that's something Stathis will study later, the Aenamidian plans. That is more interesting than anything else he's probably uncovered until now. And another Dwemer cube. And more coins to add to the coin chest. 421 bloody Dwemer coins now, good god. Flippin' egg. Alright. Let's see. Now it's just books. If the ring could work, please, that would be great. Thank you, finally. Right. Vault. Tap the hotkey multiple times there. What's going on? Right, where is the man gone? Excuse me. Where the devil are you? It's only 2 PM. Where have you gone? Oh, here you are. Boosh. Okay, I am going to need to go in here somewhere, I think. To retrieve the Egg of Time, however. It would have been sorted into one of these. Is there a reference copy here? Don't bloody know, I don't see anything. Oh yeah, the sermons are being flashed out now, aren't they? That's darn good. Well, if he sorted the Egg of Time, I don't know where he's put it. He has taken it off me. It's just not on a shelf anywhere, as far as I can tell. Unnamed book. Is it the Egg of Time, or is it just Egg of Time? The Egg of Time. There we go. And also Kagranak's plan book. That'll probably be in this other one. Kagranak's plan book, there we go. Sorry, it took me a hot minute to find it there. I got my alphabet mixed up. I'm not ashamed to admit that. Well, maybe a little ashamed. I wonder where he puts it then. Stuff like the Egg of Time. If he makes a reference copy. Maybe he just doesn't make a reference copy. Or maybe it gets put on a lower level here somewhere. Because there's this bit. But I don't think this is... Oh no, there's some stuff sorted in here. Look, the 7 curses. Lost Prophecy. The really secret stuff goes in there, apparently. And then there's the... Well, burial chamber we're not interested in.
This one honors us. Please speak.
I don't know where he's put it. If indeed he's put it anywhere at all. Right. Okay. So, enough faffing around here. Enough mucking about. to skedaddle. Skedaddle where? Skedaddle to find Embarning Maester. That's where. And then maybe Yagram. I mean, we're actually not that far away from Telfir, are we? That's the thing. Yeah, I think we're going to go walk down the road to Telfir. Do that now while we're in the neighbourhood. Shouldn't run into anyone along the way there. Hopefully. There is the aforementioned problem about us being relatively famous as the Nerevarine Incarnate now, after all, as was mentioned. I don't know how quickly that fame will have spread, but apparently the temple will not be very happy about it. We don't need the soft level boots anymore, actually, do we? In fact, let's make this really quick. Pretty sure Telfir is over here somewhere. Whee! Hello, Guaz. Just chilling up here on this hill. Here's Telfir. God, these boots are so goofy, but they're so useful. I feel like a cartoon character when I use them, but it's totally worth it. Here we go. Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot this place has a teleporter. Never mind. A brisk morning walk. Well, afternoon walk. Afternoon jog. How much do you want to bet after all this? Yagram ain't got anything to say about it. You might have something to say, I reckon. Just probably not very much.
What do you ask of me?
Also, I have no idea why the frame rate in here is terrible. It's pretty bad in here too. I don't know what that's about, I'm afraid. I haven't got a clue. Morrowind has just been having a funny turn lately, and we can add this to the list. Hello, Yagram. So, it's you again. What brings you to visit Yagram Bagan, Master Crafter and Last Living Dwarf? I have the Egg of Time. I had not seen this book before, but it reinforces some of my own theories. If you were to find more books like this, bring them to me and perhaps I could tell you more. I do have Divine Metaphysics. Should I go get that? Lord Kagrenak, the foremost arcane philosopher and magecrafter of my era, devised tools to shape my mythopeic forces, intending to transcend the limits of Dwemer mortality. However, in reviewing his formulae, some logicians argued that side effects were unpredictable, and errors might be catastrophic. I think Kagrenak might have succeeded in granting our race eternal life, with unforeseen consequences, such as wholesale displacement to an outer realm, or he may have erred and utterly destroyed our race. I have Kagrenak's plan book, but apparently I'm not interested in it. Alright. Let me just see if he's got anything to say. If I bring in both the Egg of Time and Divine Metaphysics. Because the Egg of Time is just gibberish to us, as you can see. Do-do-do-do. Clonk, clonk, go the tools, and then something happens. Bish bash bosh, immortality. Levitate. Tell fear, there we go. Oh god, I'm stuck. Oh, levitate, why are you such a bastard? It giveth and it taketh away, levitate. Oh my god, yeah. What is wrong with the frame rate here? This is so weird. This is so freaking weird. I don't remember it being like this last time we came here. Yep. Okay, so I have Divine Metaphysics. This book is just an exploration of some of Kagranak's theories. I could spend hours explaining them to you, but Kagranak is dead. I believe his theories must die with him. Here we go. By refreshing my memory with Divine Metaphysics, I believe I can explain. The Dwemer were not unified in their thinking. Kagranak and his tonal architects, among them Bithua and Mazanch, believed they could improve the Dwemer race. Others argued that the attempt would be too great a risk. The war with Nerevar and the Dunmer may have led Kagranak to carry out his experiments prematurely. Although this book argues that nothing disastrous could result, the disappearance of my race argues otherwise. Well, is that it? Have we solved the disappearance of the dwarves? Well, we probably have the best theory in town, that's for sure. I was able to get the Dwemer books, The Egg of Time and Divine Metaphysics adapted to the meanest of intellects. Translated. Divine Metaphysics seems to be a treatise explaining how to create a new god through sorcery. The Egg of Time seems to be a refutation of the idea that linking to a divine source of power can be dangerous if interrupted. Though the Egg of Time refutes this idea, perhaps the author was wrong, and this is what happened to the dwarves. Perhaps that's what happened. Kagranak was in the process of doing it, and then of course that's roughly about the time when Nerevar and Dagoth made their way into the Heart Chamber, and then the battle ensued, and yeah, I don't know. Well, that's the closest we'll probably ever get. Definitely worth the trip, I'd say. Put these books back where they belong, huh? Divine Metaphysics, where shall we put you? Move these out of the way. Divine Metaphysics. Kagranak's plan book. I'm surprised he had nothing to say about that, but oh well. Maybe that's an item for a different quest. There we go. Right. With that taken care of, yeah, we better skedaddle back to the Urshalaku camp. And as I said, I'm just going to say that Fathis set a mark there, even though I forgot to do it. And here we are, folks. There we go. Lovely. Like nothing happened at all. All right. Let us speak with Nibani Mesa. I shall be your guide to the 7 trials on the path of the Nerevarine. Ask and I shall answer. It once seemed a dream. Now it seems real. You have passed the 3rd trial. Now you must pass the 4th trial and the 5th trial. They are much the same. Each Ashlander tribe, each great house in Vardenfell, must choose you as their war leader to unite the Dunmer against Dagoth's terrible menace. Each tribe must name you Nerevarine. Each great house must name you Hortator. You have come for guidance, and I will give it. Do you have any for me now? Yes. The signs of my dreams have also showed me another task you should undertake. But it is not part of the 7 trials, but it should be done to help defeat Dagoth. You must have the settled peoples and even the Imperials ban ash statues. Ash statues are tools of the Sharmat Dagoth and his servants of the 6th house. His mad and evil dream sendings come to my people around them from the 6th house lairs. Many get soul sickness and are driven mad because of these black lies. They are but one of the devil's many weapons, but one we should blunt. The settled people can give you more aid if we can remove this thorn that burrows inside them and makes them turn against their brethren. What can we do about them? We wise women had our tribes ban ash statues long ago. It did not stop the soul sickness since that is also carried in the red dust and blight storms, but it made it less. The settled people need to ban them also. You must speak to the 3 great houses, the Imperials who claim to rule us, and the Temple of the False Tribunal. Make them see the truth of your words, that the ash statues are tools of Dagoth, that they bring soul sickness, and that they should be banned by their laws. How am I going to do that? Speak the truth to their leaders and their councils. Those who have wisdom will see the wisdom in your words. Some may be blinded by their arrogance and need proof. Give it to them. When they have heard your words and followed the path of wisdom in banning ash statues, the soul sickness among them will be less. You will save innocent lives, and the settled people will be able to give you more of their forces in the battle with the Sharmat Dagoth that must come. Okay, this is interesting. I can't... If this is in the vanilla game, I simply do not remember it. This ash statue thing. So that's interesting. Alright. Well, we must become Hortator and Nerevarine. That's next on the agenda. Okay, well, easy place to start, of course, would be House Telvanni, wouldn't it? Since I'm in charge of the bloody thing. Let's see. Tower lower? Let's see if I can just talk to someone. Telvanni, Hortator. I don't know very much use, are you? Pop outside and talk to someone else. Like my steward lady or whatever her name is. I forget her title exactly, but I know she's like sort of second in command around here.
I don't know where to begin.
Faeryn
Aralas,
that's the one. Okay, nothing here either. So you can do the Hortator or the Nerevarine thing if in any order you want. In the order of which houses you want to do, which tribes you want to visit. We definitely explored all the dialogue options, didn't we? I've not done a classic me thing and forgot to click on a dialogue option. That's why I can't ask anyone about it. I bet you anything I might have done that. Recall. It's a noticeable lack of a journal entry, you see. Hortator. Here we go. When a greater enemy threatens, the great houses will put aside their quarrels and choose a Hortator, a single war leader to lead all the houses. Only a great council can name a Hortator, and all councils must agree. Speak with the Redoran councillors, Hlalu councillors, and Telvanni councillors. Prove to them that Dagoth threatens. When you are named Redoran Hortator, Hlalu Hortator, and Telvanni Hortator, only then will you be the Hortator named in prophecy. Redoran councillors. Go to Aldrune, the chief town of the Redoran. They say the council meets under the shell of a giant emperor crab. The Redoran are proud and haughty, known as great warriors and great worshippers of the tribunal. Since they love the temple and Vivek, they cannot love you. The temple warriors hate the Nerevarine prophecies and will kill you if they see you. Be careful. Hlaalu. Go to Balmora, the chief town of the Hlaalu. I believe the councillors meet there in a great house with many rooms. The Hlaalu are soft and cowardly, sly and greedy. Their traders are liars and cheats. Look behind the words they speak, for the truths they are hiding. For the truths they are hiding. I don't know why that was so much hard work. Telvanni councillors. I am told that wizards who speak for the Telvanni councillors may be found in a strange building in Sandrith Mora. The councillors themselves are ageless sorcerers living in the towers scattered over Vardenfell and the eastern mainland. I know nothing about them, except that they are old, terrible, and evil. Excuse me. Yes, most of them are all terrible and evil, but present company accepted, surely. Okay. And then Nerevarine. In times of great danger, the 4 Velothi tribes unite under a single war leader. If you can prove to the Urshalaku, Ahamusa, Zainab, and Irabanimson tribes that you are the Nerevarine, and that the tribes must unite against the threat of the 6th house, then each Ashkan will declare you Nerevarine and war leader of all tribes. You must go to the tribal Ashkans, but go first to Sulmatul, who is your friend, and who will surely grant you the honour. Good idea. I will do so. Sulmatul, buddy. Pal, how are you doing? You've passed the 3rd trial, before you lies the 4th and 5th. I have spoken with Nabani Mesa, and I know these trials. You wish to be called Urshalaku Nerevarine, but first, would you hear the counsel of Sulmatul? Of course I would. Good. First, I would give you warning. When you are called Nerevarine, the word must spread, and many must hear. Your enemies will hear, and come seeking your blood. And such friends as you may have among the great houses, those who heed the words of the temple, they may forget their love for you. If you have business with the people of the houses and temple, you may wish to conduct that business first, before you are named Nerevarine. Second, I tell you, seek the counsel of wise woman Nabani Mesa, for you are an outlander and ignorant of the ways of our people. I'd think I'd learned a thing or two. Nabani Mesa can tell you of the other tribes, of their ways, and of their Ashkans. If you do not know these things, you will make many mistakes and waste precious time. That is my counsel. Now, if you wish to be named Urshalaku Nerevarine, we may speak of these things. I actually do not wish to be named Urshalaku Nerevarine, based on what you've just said. Not right now. I have house business that might be easier to take care of if the whole bloody world doesn't think I'm some sort of lunatic messiah figure, preaching about the end being 9, how everyone should be led by me. So
I could kill that war. Those boots are ruined.
You guys don't really go in for boots, though. It's the only thing I'm noticing now. Shoes at all of any kind, not even socks. But anyway, ladies and gents, boys and girls, that is the end of this episode. I don't know if this is going to be any longer or shorter than a usual episode, because this one's been divided into so many damn clips thanks to all the hiccups that I actually don't know how long I've been recording for today, so I'm just going to leave it here. Hope you enjoyed, folks. When we come back next time, we should be going back to Sandrith Mora to speak with our advisor, and inform him that we've recovered the Cube of Uvirith, and see what else is on the agenda, before we decide to start proclaiming to the world that we are Nerevarine Reborn, and that you all need to get behind me. Well, in front of me would be better. At least that way no one's going to stab me in the back. But I digress. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. I'll catch you next time.